Online tutoring versus home visits. Which one is right for you? In this video, we're going to compare both options side by side, looking at the pros and cons of each, so that by the end, you can make a more informed decision about which option is best suited for your child. At Caribbean Tutors, we offer both options. Both have their own advantages, and depending on your child, your situation, and your budget, one can be better suited for you than the other. And for a student who needs individual help, either option is far more effective than being in a classroom with several other students. So first, let's look at price. Our online tutoring is $75 TT per hour, while home visits range from $150 to $200 TT per hour, depending on the location. Home visits also require a minimum of 2 hours and are only available in selected locations. Now that you know the prices, let's look at a real-life example to show you what this difference can actually mean. Some time ago, we had a parent who wanted home visits with one of our tutors named Miss Lisa. The parent had a tutoring budget of $300 TT per month. So, at the starting home visit rate of $150 per hour, Miss was only able to see the student once for the entire month, for one 2-hour session. During that home visit, Miss was able to work directly with the student, and progress was being made. The problem was not the quality of the tutoring. It was the amount of contact time. The student needed help with algebra, but with Miss only seeing the student once for the entire month, it was going to take a very long time to work through all the weak areas and cover the material properly. That was when we suggested changing the way the student was receiving the tutoring. We kept the same tutor, the same $300 monthly budget, and the same material she was already teaching, but moved the lessons online. Instead of Miss being able to teach the student just once for the entire month, she was now able to teach the student 4 separate times throughout the month. One class every week. At first, the parent had some concerns about moving the lessons online, which we completely understood, especially because many parents still associate the word online with what they experienced during the COVID period with large online classes, where students became easily distracted, stopped paying attention, or could even get up and walk away without receiving the individual attention they needed. But this was completely different. It was still one tutor working directly with one student. The camera was on, the student had to participate throughout the lesson, and Miss was teaching the same material she would have been teaching if she were physically sitting in the student's home. After giving the online option a try, the difference became very clear to the parent. The same $300 that previously paid for one class for the entire month was now paying for 4 one-on-one classes covering the entire month. Instead of the tutor seeing the student once and then having a long gap, Miss was now working with the student every single week, giving the parent far more value from the exact same budget. We also encouraged the parent to place a physical whiteboard behind the student, which added another level of interaction to the lessons. Miss could ask the student to get up, go to the board, and work a question while she watched exactly what the student was doing. She could correct mistakes in real time and guide the student through the question. This works very similarly to something most of us experienced when we were younger. You probably remember being in school, talking or zoning out, and suddenly hearing the teacher call your name and tell you to come up to the board and work a question. Immediately, you had to wake up and focus. We use that same idea with our online tutoring. If the tutor notices that the student is losing concentration, they can send the student straight to the whiteboard. The student gets out of the chair, starts moving, works through the problem, and becomes actively involved in the lesson again. Using techniques like these, we are able to make our online tutoring experience as close as possible to a face-to-face home visit, while still providing the same one-on-one attention and covering the same course and material at a fraction of the cost of a home visit. So when it comes to price, the choice really depends on your budget. If you have around $1,200 to $1,600 TT per month to spend on tutoring, and you want the tutor physically present with your child, then one-on-one home visits are the premium option. That budget allows you to have a 2-hour home visit every week throughout the month, depending on the rate for your location. Right behind that is one-on-one online tutoring. You still receive the individual attention of a private tutor. The same course and material are covered, and the student can have regular contact with the tutor throughout the month. When we compare the price, the amount of tutoring time you receive, and the results, online tutoring gives exceptional value and, from a price to value standpoint, normally comes out ahead. So when it comes to price and value, home visits give you the premium face-to-face experience, while online tutoring gives you much more tutoring time for your money without giving up the one-on-one attention. If getting the maximum value from your tutoring budget is the priority, online tutoring comes out ahead. Now, there are situations where home visits are clearly the better option. If you live in an area with a poor or unreliable internet connection, having the tutor physically present removes that problem completely. Home visits are also better suited for very young students who are not ready to learn effectively behind a computer and need someone physically there to monitor, guide, and keep them focused throughout the lesson. And if your budget allows it, and you simply want the ultimate one-on-one tutoring experience, with the tutor physically sitting face-to-face with your child every week, then home visits are the premium option. You get the individual attention, regular contact, and the added advantage of having the tutor physically present throughout the entire lesson. The last factor, and one of the most overlooked, is the student's attention span. A lot of students can work effectively for about 1 hour, but after that, they become restless, lose concentration, and stop properly absorbing new information. This is where a home visit, even though it may initially seem like the better option, can actually become less effective for that particular student. A home visit requires a minimum of 2 hours, because it would not be practical for a tutor to travel to a student's home for only a 1-hour session. So if you already know that your child cannot concentrate effectively for 2 hours straight, paying for a 2-hour home visit does not give you the best value. After the first hour, the tutor could still be teaching, but the student is no longer properly taking in the information. With online tutoring, those same 2 hours can instead be divided across different days. For example, rather than having a 2-hour class on Saturday, the student could have 1 hour on Monday and another hour on Wednesday. The student comes into each lesson fresh, remains focused for that hour, and much more productive work can be completed across the 2 sessions. And another major advantage is that you are paying drastically less for those same 2 hours of one-on-one tutoring, while getting a lesson structure that is much better suited to the student's attention span. We have had students who started with home visits, and after seeing how they responded during the 2-hour sessions, we advised the parent to move them to shorter 1-hour online sessions instead. For those students, once the first hour was finished, their concentration was gone. Continuing to teach was almost like talking to a wall. The information simply was not being absorbed. So when choosing between online tutoring and home visits, don't only think about where the tutor will be teaching your child. Think about how long your child can actually stay focused and learn effectively. That factor alone can completely change which option gives your child the better tutoring experience. Now that you understand the differences between both options, you are in a much better position to choose what is best suited for you and your child. And once you're ready to get started, simply message or call us. We can discuss your child's needs, your availability, and help you get started with whichever option works best for you. We really look forward to working with you and your child, and giving you the level of personal attention, support, and one-on-one tutoring experience that Caribbean Tutors has built its reputation on.